right, so we have Alexis on the line. She needs our help. She needs a little closure with a job interview she went on. Alexis thought she did a fantastic job, really thought she was going to get that letter offering her the position, but that is not how it went. Hey, Alexis.
Hi, how are you?
We are good. So, okay.
You don't sound happy.
Well, she didn't get the job she wanted.
Right.
All right, so Alexis, break it down for us. The job you were applying for, how the interview went, and then what happened afterwards.
Yeah, so I had a job interview. It was last week. I thought it went incredibly well. It wasn't like a big corporate company. It was just like a family-owned small business. So from the moment I walked in, I felt the energy. It was like I clicked with everyone. I felt confident, answered all the questions, and I even made them laugh a couple of times. So I thought that was like a really good sign. Mm-hmm. It felt like, I was exactly what they were looking for. They seemed so impressed with my skills. Even though I lacked some experience, it didn't seem like an issue for them because I literally just graduated. And I left that interview thinking, oh, I got this. Like, I nailed this job. It's mine. But then I got an email and it truly crushed me because instead of an offer, they just said I wasn't the right fit. That was it. No explanation, no feedback, just not the right fit. And honestly, I'm devastated because I really thought this was the one. And, now I can't stop wondering, what did I do wrong? Did I say something off? Was there something in my qualifications they didn't like? I have no idea. It's driving me crazy. This is like all I can think about right now. No lie. I was going to have my mom reach out to them for me, but I could hear Bert in my ear saying, don't be that person. You guys have a way of getting people to open up. And I was hoping you might be able to contact the employer on my behalf and ask for some constructive criticism. Because I don't think this will burn bridges, and I'm not sure they would be honest with me if I reached out. And, I really want to improve and figure out what I can work on to hopefully secure a job because I just graduated and I've got no pride left at this point. Just I'm like really frustrated, guys. And I'm honestly too scared to reach out. Oh, yeah, and I have anxiety. I don't know if I said that.
We got that.
You never could tell.
Well, I will tell you this. You were accurate when you said that you were thinking about having your mom call. My eyes did a heavy roll. Like, oh, come on, you're an adult now. Secondly, I am not even sure that it's legal for a company to tell you the reason why they did not hire you.
It's not?
I think the problem is if somebody calls for a reference and then you say why. So if like another company were to call me about one of our past interns, I would just say whether or not I would hire them again. That's all I can say. But I think they're allowed to tell you and give you pointers as long as it doesn't violate like, oh, you were pregnant, so we didn't hire you because of that.
All right.
Yeah, see, this rule's always confused me because I have had employers reach out to me about past interns, and they want like nitty gritty. Like they ask so many questions.
They do, and of course they're going to ask it. But that's why if my review is good, then I give all the details.
Yeah.
But if there's any negativity, I just say I would not hire this person again to work at our company.
Do you know, as a sidebar, I saw this video yesterday, and it was a CEO saying this was the best answer she had ever heard from somebody interviewing for a job. She said to the potential hire, do you have any questions for us? And the potential hire said, what would I have to do in the first 90 days for you to take a look at me and say that's the best hire this company has ever done in our lives?
Wow.
Damn, that's
Right?
really
Wow.
good. That's amazing.
Put that one away somewhere and use it at some point. Clearly, Alexis, you did not use that. I could see how this would drive you crazy, though. Like, you feel everything's going well. You're looking at the qualifications. You meet them all. You don't get it. You want answers.
Yeah, but I feel like it's also your first big group of interviews post-grad. If I was you, I would just go, oh, well, I'm young and inexperienced. They probably just don't want me. You really want like the hard feedback here. What do you think they're going to say?
I mean, I just want to know what I could improve on because I don't want this to be a cycle of like it keeps happening, each one. Like if I'm doing something crazy, I want to know.
Yeah, there's a good chance that you're just not right for this one position. I'll bring this back to Hayden, always auditioning for positions or for roles that he hasn't gotten. And it is very personal. They're looking for a certain type. And I think maybe in business, it could be the same way.
But it's not personal, it's business.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, they're looking for a certain type. Like, there might be one thing that she doesn't have, and they're looking for somebody else.
Yeah, you got to try not to take it personal. But I'm always curious as if it's true what they say. They say you'll kind of know if you got the job by the end of the interview and how they choose to end it and walk you out. How was that experience for you?
Security.
I mean, everyone was like so nice to me. That's why I was just so thrown off. Like, I thought at least I would get maybe an email back saying, okay, second interview, or just like, I don't know. I thought it was going to be better than not the right fit. That just makes no sense to me.
All right, here is Bert Show listener Carly that thinks she has some good advice for you. Hey, Carly, good morning.
Hi. So my mom gave me this advice because when she was interviewing for jobs out of college and stuff, there was this really great company, and just like you were saying, great fit, everything, and she didn't get the job. And the person told her that it was because she didn't ask for the job. And so the way you ask for it in a professional setting, instead of like, oh, did I get it? Is you say, based on how this conversation went and my experience, is there anything about my resume or this conversation that provides any hesitation that I can help clarify? That way, they give you all those negatives, and you can try and turn them into positives before the interview's over.
Okay, that's good advice.
It is good advice.
You know, here's another option also. You just show up on the job on Monday.
I will not take no for an answer.
Ready for work. All right, so you want answers. Tommy, you can take it from here.
I reached out to the manager that actually interviewed Alexis, and she had not one critique, but four.
Oh.
4 things that happened during the interview why you didn't get the job.
Is this going to be one of those cases of be careful what you ask for because you just might get it?
Maybe. I mean, it's very matter of fact, but some
Yes, his
may
answer is
hurt,
yes.
some may hurt her feelings.
Okay, Alexis, hold on 1 second. When we come back, we will give you the results, okay? All right, so before we left for break, Tommy said that there were 4 things that they said you did in that interview, and good for them for like being forthcoming with that info. 4 things you did that turned them off. Tommy, you want to take it from here?
Yep. So I emailed the manager. Her name is Carol, the manager who interviewed Alexis, and I started saying who I am with the Bert Show, blah, blah, blah. Then I went on to say, you recently interviewed Alexis for the open position you have at your company. She was under the impression that her interview went extremely well. So well, she thought she had gotten the job. I think it's safe to say she was crushed when she received your email stating she did not get the job. Alexis would have reached out to you herself, but she struggles with anxiety and wanted us to help find out why she didn't get the job. I understand you wrote that Alexis wasn't the right fit, but if you could elaborate and explain why she wasn't the right fit, we would be very appreciative.
Maybe the first thing was, we think she suffers from anxiety.
She truly is looking for constructive criticism to help her in her job search journey. We all know it's hard out there for graduates, so any additional guidance to help her secure a job sooner rather than later would be a tremendous gift. Thank you for your consideration, and we hope to hear from you soon. And she emailed me back pretty quickly with this response. She said, Tommy, while I do wish Alexis would have reached out herself, I understand why she didn't. I have a son about her age, and he too has to deal with anxiety. I've witnessed firsthand how hard it can be to overcome at times, which is why I'm willing to offer Alexis some constructive criticism. Here's the 4 things. Number 1, she needs to maintain a higher level of professionalism in her interview. She became too overly familiar too quick.
Overly familiar too quick. What does that mean?
I think it's when you feel like you're making like jokes and being too
Friendly?
yeah, too like you're already there.
Okay.
You know how we all have kind of a camaraderie where we can joke around with each other. I think it's that person that comes in and immediately thinks they click. Because she did say she felt like she clicked with everybody there. Mm-hmm. Maybe she thought she clicked too much and just, acted too familiar.
Oh, okay.
Alexis, would you say that's a fair take?
I mean, honestly, I can't admit maybe I could have pulled back a little bit.
Okay.
Like maybe it shows some kind of entitlement, like that one woman that I interviewed that came in for the interview as soon as the interview was over, I left the studio and she was rearranging the way that personalities would be sitting in the studio if she got hired.
No way.
What? She was like, yeah, this person's going to sit there. This person's going to sit there. I'll sit here.
That's div level confidence.
Yeah, she didn't get the job. Kristen did.
But I did, and I'll sit in a closet. I don't care. Just give me a mic.
All right, number 2, she needs to stop over apologizing. The word sorry came out of her mouth every other sentence. Employees are looking for confidence, not to be confused, though, with cockiness. So evidently you said sorry one too many times.
Mo, you're not buying that.
No, it's not that I'm not buying it. I just kind of felt like it was a bit conflicting from the first one. Like if you come in a little too confident, then you're friendly, so you don't come in confident enough. And that's a problem. So
Yeah.
it's like a little in the middle.
Huh.
Number 3, she needs to stop interrupting. Let people finish their sentences before interjecting. I'll chalk that one up to nerves.
That's pretty straightforward.
Nobody wants to interrupt you, Tommy. Just keep going. This is the wrong one to jump in on.
That was a test. You all passed.
We got the job!
Hey! Last one, number 4. She needs to come fully educated on the position she's applying for and also the company she wants to do work for. I had to give her quite the education on who we are and what we do. So
that makes some sense right there. Did you do any homework beforehand?
I mean, I thought I knew the basics, but I didn't know like everything. So I guess, you know, maybe that she didn't like that.
she did leave it saying Alex has many attributes. She's charming, funny, and witty. I think if she works on what I mentioned, she'll land herself a job in no time. Hope this helps. Carol.
Here's another Bert Show listener, Lisa, wanting to help you out. Hey, Lisa, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. When you were telling Alexis' story, I related to it because I had been in the business world for a really, really long time and did an interview with a company, and just same thing. I felt like I hit it off with everybody in the office. It was kind of an all-female staff, and I just talked about how great that was. And you know, I hit it off with everybody. So when you told her story, my first thought was, okay, she got too familiar because I never even heard back from the company. Same thing. I thought I had done great, and they never even called me back to let me know what happened. There was only one person in the office that was kind of weird, so I thought maybe it was them. Long story short, to make her feel better, you know, I had a lot of experience that happened to me, but that person, that company actually ended up referring me to someone else in their business who called me to offer me a position. So, just to make her feel better, she's new at interviewing. Even I'd interviewed with people for years and did the same exact thing. So if she's kind of wondering, you know, kind of what that meant, just, you know, maintain professionalism, you know, answer the questions, be friendly, but maybe not too familiar.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, I think we get it. It does make sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right, Alexis. So you got some answers there, some things to chew on to build on in the next interview, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. I'm just kind of like taking it all in.
Are you regretting this at all?
I am. I'm like replaying it in my head, like, dang, I shouldn't have did it this way. But, you know, for next time, I'll be better. So
It's a good thing.
Hey,
You can use it to get better.
Yeah. The good thing about making mistakes or failing is that you're going to learn from it and you're going to do better the next time. So just embrace that aspect of it, okay?
Thank you. Yes.
All right, bye-bye.
The Bert Show.